Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking it on you. Ooh, how's it going, man? How's your week going? Well, it's Thursday. You only got to see those people and your boss one more day tomorrow. That's it. One more day tomorrow, and then you got your weekend. You got your weekend. You got the World Cup final. Congratulations to Argentina. England bitch moaning and complaining. Oh, Messi has the referee. He tells him what to do. Listen, I can't tell if Argentina is cheating or if they're just like the Patriots back in the day. They keep winning, so everybody fucking hates them. And they're like, oh, let's weigh the soccer balls. It seemed to me on that final fucking assist that he faked out the guy, created some space, and put an absolutely perfect ball past like four England defenders. And next thing you know, he was in the back of the net. I don't know. And I've been having such a good time watching the World Cup. My condolences to the fans of the English fans. But I did get a kick out of finding out you guys had only won one World Cup. They've only won it once, and they keep saying we got to bring it home. We got to bring like it's rightfully belongs in England. I don't know. That's just that Caucasian fucking attitude where we're going to go into your country, take your artifacts, and put them in our museum. World Cup is, if it belongs to anybody, it belongs to Brazil, right? They've won 5. Okay, you guys, you won once, like the New Orleans Saints. You won once. Fucking 60 years ago. Gonna bring it home. What the fuck are you talking? I don't even. It's very New York. I will tell you that. Which New York City people, it's 90% attitude, 10% accomplishment. I mean, if you look at like New York sports, first of all, they got 9,000 fucking teams. Once in a blue moon, they win something, but they talk shit every fucking year. And ESPN and everybody runs with it. I mean, how many fucking times is some fucking guy going to have back-to-back good games and they're like, oh, they're calling him Freddie Franchise. Oh, Bodega Bobby, Mikey Cutlets, oh, man genius. And none of them do shit. None of them do shit. None of them win anything. Oh, look at this little fucking guy, point guard for the Knicks. Holy fucking shit. Nothing. Was it Tyrone Lue? Remember that guy? Like, you can get famous on back-to-back good games in fucking New York City. You're going to get a nickname. You're going to get a big contract. People are going to be dressing up. You're going to get on all the talk shows and all of this shit. You won 2 fucking games, back-to-back Sundays. And you can be Ichiro Suzuki way out there in fucking Seattle doing everything but fucking making it the sunshine for those people out there. And, you know, how much do people bring him up? Anyway. Jesus fucking... I've run out of fucking... I can't even remember the amount of coaches and players, specifically in football, that have gotten, with the Jets, that have gotten fucking nicknames over the years, and the coverage that they've gotten. I mean, God bless Rex Ryan. That guy got more fucking media coverage in his 3 years or 4 years with the fucking Jets than I think Chuck Noll got his entire career. Oh, he's in defeat, and he's not going up there to kiss the rings. I'll tell you that, Rex Ryan lost. So anyway, having said that, congratulations to the New York Knicks. Jesus Christ. You talked a century worth of shit, and you finally fucking won one, so God bless you. Anyway, you still, I think, have less than the Miami Heat, but don't let that stop you. Oh! Anyway, so, yeah, watching all those English people fucking Just the, I don't understand. I don't understand bringing it home. Your slogan should be, do you think we'll ever win it again? Are we one and done? I mean, think about it. The last time, these are going to be rough numbers here. The last time England won it, Mick Jagger was 24 years old and had a brand new baby at home. Now he's 84 with a brand new baby at home. They're still waiting. Pleased to meet you. Let me dump my load. Anyway, oh, Billy Gym Rat. Oh, Billy Not Fat. I just did my leg workout. That's when you know you're back at the gym. When you show up on leg day. Okay? Anybody can show up on vanity day. Oh, I'm doing my fucking chest, my bis and tris, my fucking neck muscles over here, right? Leg day. Leg day. What am I, a fucking soccer mom over here? I'm going to work out like some fucking broad with 3 fucking kids. One of my favorite things I ever heard about why you do leg day, you can't shoot a cannon out of a canoe. And if that didn't describe 90% of the men when I was growing up, everybody had the V, everybody was fucking yoked up top and down the bottom. Like you just saw like, oh, wow, this guy was like a fucking little skinny nothing. The legs look like 7th grade arms, like their thighs. It was fucking unbelievable. They would like break their upper bodies up into 2 days. I can't even remember how we used to do it. It was just all nose crunchers, fucking curling, preacher curls. It was like 20 different curls you did, 20 different things, incline, decline, no recline bench. It was just no back. People did the lat pull down. Dude, fucking Eddie can do the whole fucking stack. And you knew he did the whole stack because he had to drop it on the last one. Dudge, and the whole fucking gym would shake. But then every once in a while, there was that one guy that was just full, like, roided out, like he was going for the Mr. Universe. Like, I still remember going to a Patriots preseason game, and this guy was walking around with no shirt on and, like, those coach's shorts, those bike ones. And, dude, he looked like the Thing, except with smooth, regular skin. And everyone wanted to make fun of him. But, like, the guy literally could have picked up a whole row of people and thrown them down on the field. And that was back with the original steroids, the ones that made you angry. The fucking horse tranquilizers, whatever the fuck. They're not tranquilizers, whatever the fuck they were taking. You'd be walking around the gym being like, why the fuck everybody so much bigger than me? You had no fucking idea. And then one day you kind of parked behind the gym because there was no spots, and then you would just see all these fucking needles, and you're like, oh, there you go. That and cocaine took you if you didn't do steroids and you didn't do cocaine, you were confused for a few weeks. Like all of a sudden, with coke, all of a sudden your friends could just keep drinking. And you're sitting there going, God damn, man, it's fucking almost 2 a.m. It was just like fucking 8 p.m. They were still like 8 p.m. fucking talking, fucking grinding it. And I finally figured it out. When each one of them went to the bathroom 17 times between like 8:30 and fucking 1 a.m. I'm like, oh, these guys are doing blow. That's what it is. Jesus Christ. But, it was a good thing, though. It's like playing hoop with somebody that's better than you. It elevates your game. So if you're drinking, okay, you're clean, drinking clean, and the other person you're drinking with is doing fucking blow. Like your tolerance, just trying to keep up is gonna increase. I mean, if that's what you want to improve upon, I don't know. I don't know what your deal is. I don't pretend to know what your goals are. Anyways. Harry the Hat. Oh, he's going to be on the center this fucking weekend. And I'll tell you, Jets fans are excited. He threw for 300 yards 1 week. He's already got a nickname and a sandwich named after him. Um. Anyway, plowing ahead. So what do we got? We got Argentina and we got Spain, España, in the final. Who do you like? Now, if I am to listen to all those soccer hooligans, they're all saying that the refs, that the Argentinians got the refs in their back pocket. I mean, I will say that fucking hand of God was ridiculous, and that did fuck England, you know. But it's hard to feel bad for a country that colonizes, and I'm including my country too. My country, 'tis of thee, give us your oils and other natural resources, or we'll bomb you and say you're terrorists and say that we're the best. But it's only the upper 1%. Everybody else is cool. That's how the world works. 99% of people are cool, but we're under the 1%. And they're a bunch of greedy cunts. Oh, really, Bill? Did you break it down, you freckled douche? I'm reading this book right now I mentioned before, Bill Bryson, A Short History of Nearly Everything. And it's made me want to buy a telescope. What, to watch your neighbor? Well, maybe. But other than that, I want to catch these meteor showers. You know, it's all like that Neil deGrasse Tyson stuff. Like if you put the universe on a clock, a 24-hour clock, humanity did not arrive until 11:51 p.m. The entire existence of human beings could be put into that 9 minutes. I hate when people have information like that. Because when they tell it to you, they act like they're somehow like, you know, more in tune with the universe. Like they can control the weather at that point. And it's just like, no, dude, somebody else figured this out and then you read it. And now, now you're just looking around for some fucking summer school looking kid with a stupid look on his face like me. And now you're going to say it to me. And then I'm going to be like, what? Dude, that guy's like wicked smart. It is fascinating, though. It breaks down, like, those vents underneath the sea, that maybe we came out of that, the continents floating away from each other, how volatile this is, how quickly it can all end, how many different forms of life have been here and then just went extinct. It's just, you read this book and it's like, it makes religion hilarious. Not saying there's not a God. Not saying there's somebody who didn't fucking slap this together in 6 days. I'm not saying that. You know? And then on Sunday, fucking, he laid on the biggest L-shaped couch in the universe just watching SportsCenter. I'm not saying that didn't happen. What I am saying is there was a whole bunch of creation before we came along. So to think, I think we're just smart enough to contemplate death. So we needed an answer. And then we're self-involved. So we made ourselves way more important than crustaceans and fucking, I mean, look at alligators. Alligators, they just keep going. You can't say that about people. If you're a person, you have too many steak and eggs and you do a couple of lines on the weekend, you might not make it to Monday. But alligators, crocodiles, they've been around for turtles. Some of these fucking insects. You can tell this is fresh knowledge in my head. You see how quickly I had 3 examples. And the last one was like, some of these insects there, some of them little creepy crawlies. You know, if this is too deep for you guys, I can slow it down. Anyway. No, it's really fun. So, old Billy's in a fucking really good place, man. Mentally. I did another one of those breathwork massages, cried out some more shit, fucking grunting, the anger on the right side, sadness on the left side, just getting it out of me. And I gotta tell you, man, I am a fucking peach to be around. Okay, it's all relative compared to the other guy that I used to be. So anyway, I flew yesterday. A fucking helicopter, man. It's not one thing; it's another. You know, I had a fucking alternator belt snapped on me. With the design, it was in the middle of the engine. They had to pull the whole fucking engine out. So that cost me a fortune. And then somebody somewhere in the world there, some part of the main road or the mast or so, I don't know where it was, got corroded, probably because of the environment they're in. I am in the driest environment ever, but aviation is super safe. So if one person, just one fucking person has corrosion there, they have to check every single one of them. So some air directive, whatever the fuck they call it. So I had to bring that in. Take that whole fucking thing apart. And of course, they found nothing. And now I'm back. And the other day I was doing auto rotations in the trim thing. All of a sudden, the trim thing. Is that too deep for you guys? The little button on the cyclic. All of a sudden, it was just like, I felt like I was flying an R-22, like it didn't work anymore. So I bring it over to my guy. Of course, I set it down, and of course, it works. And he's laughing. He goes, this happens all the time. And then he fucked with it a little bit more, thought it was a wire, and it turns out it's the motor. So I can still fly the thing, but it's like losing your power steering, essentially. But I did have a fucking beautiful flight yesterday. And it was funny, as I was coming in, every time, there's always some new experience. So with helicopters, they let you land a lot of times on taxiways. Just because we fly slower, we have the ability to stop, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, if there's a lot of people like in the pattern and that type, and it's also just gets you out of their way. So I'm coming in, you know, at one point, once they say at your own risk, it's like that means the tower can't see you anymore. So it's up to you and your judgment. You really have to be looking and paying attention. So I'm coming in, and where I'm going to land, there's a plane taxiing going the opposite way. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and I'm like lower to the ground, but I'm still like 300 feet up. So it's this weird thing where I want to be able to keep my airspeed. So if I do have to, because I don't have enough altitude to nose it down to get my airspeed back, so I can't slow down too much, but fortunately the guy turns. All right? Because I didn't want to overfly him. I was just going to cheat over to the right a little bit and then just land beyond him. But I was not going to get myself this, I forget what they call it, like the altitude versus your speed. You don't want to be in the dead man's curve. Never fucking do that. So, you know, I don't care if I piss somebody off overflying them. I am not going to just, I don't feel like dying, right? So he gets out of the way. So now I come in and, you know, I'm looking at my spot where I'm going to set it down and then bring it over to the transient area. And all of a sudden, like this fucking Air Force guy, he pulls out his jet like he's leaving Ralph's. And it's like, all right, this is a new one. And he's like taxiing. And, you know, the back of his plane looks like the fucking Batmobile. There's no flames, but it's still the same thing. And I'm a little fucking aircraft guy. So that by then, you know, I was going to hover taxi, which is like 30 feet off the ground. And all of a sudden, he's going to be in front of me with that. And I don't know what, is this guy going to knock me over? What's going to happen? So I just sort of brought it down and like set it down. And I let him go. It didn't move me at all, but it's like I wasn't going to find out the hard way. So then he gets out of the way, and then I bring it over and I set it down. And then, you know, my mechanic came out, and he's like, all right, I just got to order. He goes, you can still fly it. I just got to get the motor, so a new motor. So there you go. So there's that. I got that going on. It's hot as balls out here, but it's fucking July. And that's another thing, too. You know, there's a lot of people who deny global warming as being because of all this carbon that we're putting into the air and fucking up the balance, the amount of pieces of carbon. And what they reference the history of the Earth into these hot and cooling times, but like the amount of time that those periods took. And the difference is those were natural. I guess you could make the argument that what's happening now is also natural because human beings are part of nature, but we're creating it. But no one is ever like, it's not like fucking dinosaurs were going around driving buses. So I don't know. But it also, like, it made all the craziness of what's going on right now a little less daunting to just understand that, like, oh, well, we might be the first animals here to create our own extinction. We don't need to wait for a meteor or a giant volcano or fucking whatever's going to happen. We're just going to kind of do it to ourselves. And, yeah. And there'll be a few species that survive. And whatever survives, then the planet has forever to heal itself. Might be 100 million years before, like, because I saw this thing one time, if people all fucking died, what would happen? And the big thing was the nuclear reactors, if there was no one monitoring it and keeping those, whatever those things, the reactors or whatever, cool, like those things would all melt down, poison the seas and all of that. And I imagine everything but like cockroaches, probably cockroaches, alligators, and maybe turtles, I don't know, would be able to survive it and just start over again. I don't know. It's pretty goddamn fascinating. But I got, like, on my nightstand, I have like 10 books, and it's getting to be like clutter. So I've really been off my phone lately, and I've just been reading all of this shit to get rid of them and then give them away. So I'm going to finish this book, and then I got this Enzo Ferrari book that I think that Michael Mann movie was based on that I really enjoyed. Oh my God, the fact that Penelope Cruz did not get nominated for a fucking Oscar in that movie is one of the... I don't get it. I don't get it. She was so fucking amazing in that. Anyway, so let's get to the reads here this week. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got a bunch of them. So I already told these people, if I got to read this many fucking advertisements, I'm going to have to keep them funny or else you guys aren't going to listen. All right. Policy Genius. Talk about your plans you have coming up this summer. Then pivot to how Policy Genius does the work of searching for the best life insurance plan while you enjoy long summer days with your loved ones. Jesus Christ. How do I make that segue? All right. I plan on playing with my kids and doing something with them every single day this summer. And God forbid, if I'm swimming with them and I fucking hit my head on the bottom of the pool and drown, they'll make money. Because I use Policy Genius, everybody. Policy Genius has been saving drowning fathers for years. It's an online insurance marketplace that allows you to compare quotes from some of America's top insurers side by side for free. I got to get my glasses. Their licensed teams helps you get what you need fast so you can get on with your life easy. Easily find what you need, coverage, amounts, prices, terms, no guesswork, just clarity. Policy Genius helps you find your most affordable policy that meets your needs. The answers to questions, handle paperwork. They answer questions, handle paperwork, and advocate for you throughout the process. Policy Genius has thousands hiccups. Oh, fuck, I hope I got hiccup insurance here. What if they never stop? What if I become one of those people? And after a while, every hiccup feels like you're getting punched in the throat. Policy Genius has thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot from customers who found the best policy to fit their needs. Protect your family with the policy that grows with your life. With Policy Genius, you can see if you can find a 20-year life insurance policy starting at just $276 a year for $1 million in coverage. Make sure you're married to the right person, though. I will tell you that. Because the second you get life insurance, you give your partner motive. Head to policygenius.com/Bill Burr to compare life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/Bill Burr. All right, simply safe, everybody. All right, in the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. Every 14 seconds, somebody whips their dick out in public. Completely different stat. has nothing to do with this. That means somewhere right now, an intruder is getting closer. The problem is most security systems only alert you after a break-in has already started. Hey, man, that's too late. That's why I chose Simply Safe to secure my home. Using Outdoor Camera Series 2 and advanced AI alerts, Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them, stopping crime before it starts. That's real peace of mind. What do? They just yell, "We already called the cops. I can see you. Hide behind the trash can." Simply Safe is available with no long-term contracts and what? Deterrence plans? DETERRENCE. Deterrence. What's a deterrence plan? With no long-term contracts and deterrence plans start at around $1 a day. It's not the only thing you can get for $1 a day. I want you to experience the same peace of mind I do, which is why I've partnered with Simply Safe to offer an exclusive discount for my listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/Burr. That's half off at simplysafe.com/Burr. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Oh, look who it is, everybody. It's Hims. You know, erectile dysfunction is more common than you think and simpler to treat than ever. Through Hims, you can connect online with the licensed provider to access personalized treatment discreetly and on your phone. So when did your dick stop working? That's a discreet phone call. Through Hims, you can access personalized prescription treatment options for erectile dysfunction. If prescribed, Hims offers access to erectile dysfunction treatment options ranging from personalized products to trusted generics that cost 95% less than brand names if prescribed. Are you sick of paying full price for your dick meds? Why not get 95% off Viagra? Jesus Christ, smoke less weed. Blow a little money on your dick. That's my advice. Anyway, you shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatments that put your goals first. This isn't a one-size-fits-all, ladies, care that forgets you in the waiting room. It's your health goals put first with real medical providers making sure you get what you need to get results. Think of Hims as your digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access to trusted treatments for erectile dysfunction and more, all in one place. I just want to do a sample of that and just press the button every time. To get simple online access, personalized, affordable care for erectile dysfunction, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/Burr. That's hims.com/Burr for your free online visit. Hims.com/Burr. This is the kind of place you go to when you're thinking of getting rid of your wife. I'm getting my hair back, my dick standing up, and I'm getting rid of these man tits. See you later, bitch. Featured products include compound drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Oh, look who it is, everybody. It's Squarespace. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. Okay, I'm going to read this in the tone of somebody that's pretending that they're a gentle soul, but they're like secretly going to fucking steal your identity and all your money. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Your personal story and experience with it. And to really make the ad personal, creative, and your own, Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place, from consultations to events and experiences. Showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. Just go to squarespace.com/Burr for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code Burr to save 10% off your first purchase of a website domain. That's squarespace.com/Burr for a free trial. It doesn't cost you any bread, man. And When you're ready to launch, use the offer code Burr to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. All right, ShipStation, everybody. Not shit station. I'm not selling fucking porta potties. From the makers of Solo Stove comes ShitStation. You ever been sitting around your own fire and just like you think like, you know what? I really got to take a shit, but I'm enjoying this fire. What if I told you you can attach a shit station to your Solo Stove like a sidecar onto a motorcycle? ShipStation, everybody. You know, most businesses are overpaying on shipping without realizing it. ShipStation automatically compares rates across UPS, USPS, and FedEx on every order with savings of up to 90%. ShipStation, not ShitStation. You know what's a shit station is when you're on basic cable. What's a channel you just like, this fucking channel? Let's focus. ShipStation is the end-to-end order fulfillment platform for e-commerce business built to handle your entire shipping, not shitting, workflows so your team can focus on growth. Everything from order management to inventory and returns is centralized in one platform. And with automated rate shippings, you can compare rates across UPS, USPS, and FedEx with savings of up to 90%. The sooner you switch, the sooner you start saving money. Get ready with ShipStation today and get 60 days free at ShipStation.com with code Burr. That's ShipStation.com, code Burr, ShipStation.com, code Burr. Taxes and fees apply. Holy fuck, there's another one. Oh, man, it's Fast Growing Trees, man. Hey, man, did you know Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery? They're fucking solid, man. With thousands of trees and plants and over 2 million happy customers, they're bringing the vibes, bro. They have all the plants, man, your yard and home needs, including fruit trees. Hi, privacy trees, get the fuck out of here. Flowering trees, and the hack of trees, shrubs, and houseplants for lonely people. All grown with care and guaranteed to arrive healthy. You don't need a big fucking yard or a lot of space. You can grow lemon, avocado, olive, or fig trees indoors. Jesus Christ, I just pictured a bunch of monkeys swinging around on them. Along with a wide variety of houseplants, all grown with care and hand-selected to thrive in your home. That's when you're ready for the zombie apocalypse. You don't just need a bunch of guns. What if you're growing food inside? You can look at those zombies. I can stay in here forever, motherfucker. You don't need a bit. I already did that. Okay, get all the plants you need without the messy car or the trip to the garden center. Right now, they have great deals on spring planting essentials, up to half off on selected plants. Dude, why don't you sell weed, too? You're going to grow all that food in my house. How about giving me a little fucking, lamb's breath? What was that weed when we were growing up? Mai Tai stick. Dude, it's Thai stick. It was always fucking oregano. And listen to our show. Get 20% off their first, listeners to our show, get 20% off their first purchase when using the code Burr at checkout. That's an additional 20% off. Better plants, better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com using the code Burr at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com/Burr, code Burr, sorry. Now's the perfect time to plant. Let's grow together. Use Burr to save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. All right, we did it. We got through it. We got through all of it. All right. I believe this Sunday, the World Cup final. That's another thing, fucking New York. They say the World Cup final is in New York. It's not. It's in New Jersey. Your fucking stadium is in the state of New Jersey. That's where the game is. Congratulations to the Garden State, New Jersey, for hosting the World Cup final. Why does New York get credit? They're always taking credit. Once again, 90% attitude, 10% fucking accomplishment. Fucking New Jersey just sitting there like the middle kid between Philly and New York City, just waiting to get some fucking recognition. All right. How about those Red Sox, man, huh? They won 9 in a row last I saw. I don't know if the streak ended, but it's baseball time. All right. It's also time for me to stop running my yap, if you can believe it. I'm finally going to shut up. All right. Listen to the music picked out by the amazingly talented Andrew Themlis, and then we have a bonus episode of an old school Thursday afternoon just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. That's it. Have a nice weekend, you cons. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, July 16th, 2018. What's going on? How are ya? How you doing? It's Sunday afternoon when I'm recording this. I'm still in Seattle, Washington. I've yet to do my shows up here. I'm imagining that they're going to go pretty well. I was in Portland, Oregon last night. Jesus Christ. Great shows. Amazing people coming out, you know, even though I teased them a little bit. You know, I was making fun of some of the people in Portland. Do you know what what really amazes me about this generation? Or actually, maybe like the past 10 years. It's just the amount of shit that guys do in their 20s, and that, like, if I did it back in my 20s, I would get this shit kicked out of me. It's really unbelievable. Is it, Bill? How about an example? I'll give you an example. I was coming over from Portland Airport. By the way, the first time I've ever landed here, or ever landed in Portland, I should say, where it was actually just sunny and beautiful. Like, I believe my first aborted landing I ever had was in Portland, Oregon. It was fucking raining, and the guy was coming in. There was all this wind shear, and then he just fucking went up and around again, and we were all like, dude, what the fuck? I remember this old guy was just like, you know, take as many chances as you need, many times as you need, or whatever. It's like, just get this fucking thing on the ground. Everybody kind of laughed. So this was the first time. That was way back when I was working fucking Javi's, this comedy club down the street, which is a really interesting gig because the guy who ran it back in the day, you know, he would paper the entire room, which means he would give the show away. So you go in on a Tuesday and the place would be packed with people who, you know, won a comedy show. You know what I mean? So it was weird. It was like doing this giant office party. And you do one Tuesday, one Wednesday, one Thursday, 2 Friday, 3 Saturday, and then 1 on Sunday. And but the cool thing is I got to hang in Portland all week, check out all these cool places to eat. And now I kind of dip in and dip out. But that's an old story. So anyways, we're getting back to what the fuck I saw. Driving from the airport, from Portland Airport over to my fucking hotel. I swear to God, I saw 2 guys in their 20s on a bicycle built for 2. And then behind the guy, those 2 guys, was another guy. Do you remember those cars when you were a kid? If you had like a toy car, you got in it, right? It was made all out of metal, and then you pedaled it. Yeah, this guy had an adult version of that car. Riding behind the 2 guys on a bicycle built for 2. Now, this might seem harsh and I might seem old school, but shouldn't they be getting this shit kicked out of them? I know in a perfect world, they should be able to do whatever makes them happy, but there's just something about that behavior where you're so begging for attention. You know what I mean? You just can't get on a bicycle. It's got to be a bicycle built for 2. It's got to be a little toy car, and you're a fucking adult in it with your goddamn hipster beard. Like, I don't know. I'm really disappointed with the bullies in the millennial generation. You know, you're letting a lot of stuff slide. Is he advocating bullying? Something. A fucking spitball? Anything? I mean, I was in the middle of the pack when I was in school. I got bullied, and I bullied some kids. You know, I was right in the fucking middle. You know, I was background. I wasn't cool. I wasn't a nerd. I was just one of those people that filled out your class picture. That's all the fuck I was, you know? And I just felt like this pressure, like that somebody is not doing the job needs to get done. I felt like sticking my head out the window like fucking Ogre in that goddamn movie and just be like, nerds! Just something. I mean, how, as an adult, are you supposed to sit there talking to another adult with a waxed mustache and never fucking bring it up? You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's really is like, it's like, how bored are you as a fucking person that you have to, like, become like a character. Like you go back and you watch a beer commercial from the late 70s or early 80s, and then you just decide that you're going to dress like that guy. But you're still going to be your douchey self, but you're going to have, you know, his mustache and hairdo and T-shirt. It's really fucking weird. I don't know. This the shit that bothers me. I'm having sort of a anger relapse. I was doing so well, and the other day I snapped in the car when this fucking person just, you know, took him like 9 tries to parallel park. And it actually felt weird to yell in the car because I hadn't in a good 3 weeks. So I tried to get it in check, but I think I let the fucking genie out of the bottle. So I need to sit down and work on myself again, because today when we were flying from Portland up to Seattle, you know, we were boarding the plane, and I was in the first group, you know, after people in the military, people with disabilities, people with kids, people with dogs that make them feel like it's okay to fly, people with acne problems. Like, I don't know how many fucking groups there are now before Group 1 boards. Group 1 is really like Group 26 at this point, right? You know? It's Blue Shirt Fridays. Anybody with a blue shirt can now board. Anyway, so we walk out into the tarmac to board, right? And I see this woman in front of me has stopped. You know, it's like one of these deals where you walk outside to get on the plane, and there's this little zigzag sort of ramp you have to walk up, and she stopped while this flight attendant is helping this other woman up there. So I'm thinking in my head, well, you know, she didn't tell me to stop, so I'm going to walk around this lady. I was kind of being a douche, and I went to walk around her, and she fucking stuck her hand out like that. She told me to wait, and she kind of like hit me with her hand. She did like the mother thing. And she was like old, like white hair and shit. And like the shit that went through my fucking head, not initially when she hit me, I was just surprised. Like, what the fuck? She just hit me. Oh my God. And the level that I judged her, I was like, is that how you got up into first class? You fucking competitive cunt. You know? Meanwhile, I was going to walk around her, and I knew I was supposed to wait, and I was being a douche. I just kept playing it over my head that I just wish I walked right through her little fucking stiff arm that she gave me. And I ended up sitting behind her on the plane, and in my brain's telling me to hit the back of her chair to rattle her head a little bit. But, you know, the rest of my brain's going, dude, it's an old woman. Why are you letting her get to you like this? And then when we landed, I was thinking, like, she's not married. There's no fucking way any guy's putting up with her. And then I looked, and she had a wedding ring. And I was just like, the fuck is wrong with me? So we're getting off the plane. Now we're walking down one of those ramps. And I was actually laughing at myself because I knew I was going to have to pass her and get into the airport before her. You know, just to somehow make up for that fucking moment, right? How fucking stupid is that? And then I do it. I turn around and glance and look at her. She doesn't even know that I exist. And I wasted all of that energy, you know, and probably took, I don't know, 40 seconds off my life with that level of just, you know, it was like legit hate. Like, I hated this person. I mean, I don't like. It's just she fucking touched me, you know? What are you supposed to do? You know, what am I supposed to say? Hey, yell at some old lady? Get your fucking hands off me, lady. Huh? Do it again. You'll never bake another batch of cookies. I mean, well, what exactly am I supposed to be doing there? I just, you know, I created that whole situation. And if I'm honest, looking back, I knew that she was flying first class, so she was probably on some level a lunatic and a control freak. And I kind of knew that if I went around her, it was going to bug her. I just did not anticipate her giving me the flare chop when I tried to go past her. So I kind of got what I deserved. Oh, man. I can't believe how upset I let that get me, and I created the whole fucking thing. I really am a pathetic human being, but, you know, it makes for a good story. You know, it helps fill up a podcast. I'm sitting here in the hotel room, right? Oh, by the way, so I'm I'm in the airport, before this lady gave me the flare chop, and the World Cup final is like happening, and I'm taping it at home. And it is so not a big deal in this airport that I can actually walk in public while the Super Bowl of the world is being played, and there's no spoiler alert, nothing. No one had it on. It wasn't on any TV. I didn't see anybody watching the fucking game on their phone. If I didn't go on Instagram, I wouldn't even know who won. It was fucking insane. But anyways, I guess France won. All right, congratulations. What do they say? Allez les bleus, right? Allez les bleus. Congratulations to France, and congratulations to Croatia. A country of 4.1 million people, according to Pete Davidson in his Instagram page. That they got that far was fucking incredible. And I knew I was going to be happy with either person winning, and I obviously love France, and Croatia was the underdog, so I was rooting for them. But I did not see the game. I heard there was an own goal. Fortunately, he didn't do that in South America, so I think he has a chance when he gets back to his hometown. But they lost by 2 goals anyways. What the fuck are you going to do? But I did not see it. But I did, in this World Cup, become a soccer fan, and I've gone from not giving a fuck to wanting to Google where the next World Cup is going to be so I can actually go. And I'll go there with 40 other Americans if our team makes it, and we'll cheer them on until they lose in the first fucking round or whatever the fuck happens. So anyways, I'm up here in Seattle. Portland and Seattle, 2 of my favorite cities. What are your favorite cities? Oh, glad you asked. Portland, Seattle. I'd say Seattle over Portland. They're both nice. Portland just has a little more of a hipster douche factor. It was sort of a tie, and then when I saw that guy in the 2 guys on the bicycle built for 2 with the kiddie car behind it, I was like, I fucking can't. All right? Then you come up to Seattle, and you got the New World Order hippies. I mean, there's a lot up here to kind of be annoyed with, but beautiful cities. Lush land, all kinds of water, and that's just amazing up here. San Francisco, Los Angeles, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Chattanooga, Tennessee. These are my favorites. Obviously, I'm from Boston. Cleveland, Detroit, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. I think that's it. The rest of the towns can all go fuck themselves. Kidding. Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's my favorite one in Texas? I'm going there in 2 weeks. I'm going to fucking Houston, Texas in July as a redheaded, bald male. The fuck was I thinking? Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, College Station. I don't know. They're all kind of the same. It's flat. There's the most shiniest new pickup trucks you've ever seen in your life. I've never seen so many shiny, brand new pickup trucks in my 4-door pickup trucks in my life. They look like they just got taken right off the showroom floor. Can you hear my stomach growling, by the way? I'm having a steak dinner tonight, so I just ate light like an hour and a half ago. I had a soup and a salad. Fucking old bastard. By the way, I'm up to 70 pounds on the lat pull-down machine. Huh? You like that? The fucking rotator cuff is rehabbing. And person helped me out, told me I need to get up to about 120 pounds on that thing. And I have to do it really slowly so I don't fucking blow out my shoulder again. If I get up 120, then I can attempt to do 4 pull-ups, and I'm back in the game. Because I have a bet with Verzi that when I'm 70, I'll be able to do 10 of them. And that's not going to be a fucking problem. That's what I'm saying at 50. We'll see. It's a long 20 years, man, I'll tell you. All depends on how I do it, If I live my life the way I did last month, I won't be able to do 2 pull-ups. I don't even know if I'll be around to do pull-ups. If I live my life the way I'm living it this month, I might do 15. I'm crushing it this month. We're 16 days in.
Old Freckles hasn't had a drop of booze. That's it. Shutting it down. I like shutting it down for a month. Give yourself a good fucking month. Then ease myself back into my binge drinking. I can't tell you this, though. I have never caught a fucking cold like this cold that I caught in Minneapolis and into whatever the fuck I went after that, Detroit. Jesus Christ. This thing has been lingering. I caught it on like June 30th, and I was sick for a week, and now it's just been lingering like, I don't know. I don't know if I need to lay off dairy or something to get the last little bit out of it. Last night I was on stage, and I started like coughing. My throat was getting all fucking dry. I don't know. I'm sure you guys out there, none of whom are doctors, all have a fucking reason why, you know? Maybe I'm just an old bastard. Speaking of that, speaking of being an old bastard, I put the TV on in this hotel. This hotel's really fucking annoying. Like, I wanted to order room service, and I was like, where's the menu? Where's the menu? I can't find the menu, so I call them up. They go, the menu's on the TV. So I'm like, okay, all right, well, I'm not going to get upset. You know, I've been getting too upset lately. This is the way the kids do it nowadays. Let's do that. And I go on there, right? And you know goddamn well that the fucking thing is on the TV because they want you to order through the fucking TV, so they have that information. What's his name? Who is he? How old is he? What food does he eat? We've gathered all of this fucking information. What kind of porno does he watch? Did he rent a movie? All of this fucking information. Not to mention they're probably watching you through that little fucking camera on the TV too. And then they just bundle it all together and they sell it. So I didn't order through the TV. I called instead. That probably got something connected to the phone. It's just it's fucking unbelievable. Can you imagine if you actually read the file, you know, on yourself that these corporations have? Like the amount of fucking information that they have about you. And if they actually kept the video, because they've gotten busted watching people in their fucking houses. Watching people in their houses, watching TV. What if you're banging your wife? You know? What if you're walking around fucking butt-ass naked? What are they doing? How is that legal? It's unfucking real, man. These fucking nerds are making robots that you can fuck. They're down there fucking them at the factory, trying them out before they sell it to us. You got these other fucking nerds. They're in the goddamn TV watching you fucking your wife. And there's barely a ripple. Barely a fucking ripple. But as a comedian, if you send out a fucking tweet that steps on somebody's toes, all of a sudden, there's like this big fucking dust up. If I ever get in trouble for a fucking tweet or anything like that, that's going to be my defense. Hey, guys. I'm not fucking a robot. Okay? I'm not bundling your information, watching you banging your spouse through your fucking TV. Let's have some priorities, huh? Ladies? Sorry. Getting all fucking amped up here again. You know? All right. So anyway, I put on the TV to try to find the fucking menu. And this TV is so, the only way you can, change the channel is you have to go back to guide and then go through. I mean, I can't even figure out the fucking TV. This is why I hate technology. And why I felt like somewhere in the 90s, they just should have stopped. Quality of life was good enough, you know? But this shit where it's just I always equate it to reading. It's like I learned how to read. I didn't have to relearn how to fucking read every 6 months. But with computers and TV and shit, that's what it's like. It's like, hey, I know how to turn on a TV. I know how to operate a TV. And then the next day, oh, wait, no, I don't. Now I have to waste time relearning something that it'd be like every time you got in your fucking car, you didn't have to, every 6 months, now you don't know how to drive. You have to learn how to fucking drive again. We get it, Bill. You don't like technology. No, I like it. I like it to a point. You know, central air conditioning, you know, modern medicine and that type of shit. But I mean, we were all fucking good right up until, I mean, what if they really cured in the last fucking 20 years? People still die of cancer. People still go bald. You know, people still get hammer toes. Actually, they can fix hammer toes, right? Stop. Hammer toes. Boo, doo, 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 right? They can fix those fucking things, can't they? Anyway, so I get into the fucking hotel here. And I saw this hilarious ad for this shit called Ageless Male. You know? And they're like, yeah, once you get over the age of 40, your testosterone levels go down. Yeah, because you're too old to fuck. Because no one wants to see you with your shirt off. Because you're fucking old. And now people are taking these goddamn young pills. You know? You want to fuck right into your 80s? You want your dick to stand at attention? You want your balls to support the troops? Get this fucking ageless male. All these fucking morons pumping all this extra testosterone. Isn't that how you lose your fucking hair? Isn't that like a testosterone issue? Like you have too much in there? That's going to be fucking hilarious. All these guys going for abs that had a nice head of hair. Then they're going to go fucking bald. Now they got to get the fucking hair plugs. It just never ends. I bet the guys who make hair plugs also make ageless male. You know? And they've gotten, like all the bald guys that gave a fuck enough to get hair plugs, they've kind of like, you know, you reach that saturation point. Like, remember Crocs? It's just, they ran out of douchebags to buy those things. Which, by the way, man, I've been like, I told you, getting rid of a bunch of shit. And that's all I see stuff as now. I just look at it like, that shit I'm just going to have to throw out one day. You know? We walked through the airport, Dean Del Rey, who fucking murdered last night. Murdered. You hear me? Murdered. He was pointing out some store at the airport that sells records and all of this shit. He's like, man, he's like, dude, that store kills. You know, Dean talks. It fucking kills, man. People go in there. And I just looked in there. I go, that is just a bunch of shit I'm going to have to throw out one day. I'm done, dude. I'm not taking anything. You know? When I did that show, like last week, at the Hooters, upstairs in the big room, when I left, they tried to give me a fucking hat and a T-shirt. I was like, I'm all set, thank you. All good. Don't need that laying around the fucking house. I got so many goddamn jackets. I don't know how the fuck I have enough fucking jackets. I could clothe every homeless person that's roughly my size in Los Angeles, the amount of jackets I have. And is there a coat drive? It's fucking July. When's the next coat drive? I'm going to have one winter coat, one fucking spring coat, and then fucking some piece of shit when it rains. That's it. When the fuck did I become coat guy? I don't even know. I think I have like fucking 20 coats. Got all this sports shit. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm telling you right now, I want to fucking dress like Malcolm Young, rest his soul, the rest of my life. Jeans and a fucking plain T-shirt. You got to get the plain T-shirt. I'll tell you why. Even though you didn't ask. You don't have any emotional attachment to it. Right? If it says the Adirondacks, you're like, oh, that's where I went on my honeymoon when I banged my wife up in the fucking mountains. Then you can't get rid of it. But if you fucked her in a plain gray T-shirt, you don't remember that. And then you know what? You get rid of it. That's what it's all about. Look at this sad bowl of fucking vegetable soup. That's the age I'm at now, people. I'm 50 years old, and I order a soup and a salad, and I eat it, and then right afterwards I feel like I need a nap. Which is why you need ageless male. You don't. Age naturally, die when you're supposed to, and get the fuck out of the way. All right, let me read some advertising here for this week, shall we? Let me read some advertising here. Hotel Tonight. Hotel Tonight is the only booking app you need on your phone. Well, what if you want to book some other shit? If you want to book a fucking stripper for a party, I would think there's an app for that, you know? Anyways, Hotel Tonight partners with the top-rated hotels to help them sell their unsold rooms and passes those savings along to you, which means you get great deals for for great rooms. Unlike other hotel booking sites, Hotel Tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh. Remember that Phil Collins song? Gonna make it right. Tonight, tonight, tonight. You can't tell me someone was in the studio going like, I don't know, Phil. I don't think that just sounds annoying. It does not sound like a fucking hit. Unlike other hotel bookings, Hotel Tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh, there's no fucking way I'm singing that for the rest of this. I apologize. Doesn't have long, endless lists of a zillion hotel choices. Instead, Hotel Tonight shows you only the best deals at the best hotels. Rooms are categorized to help you find the room that's right for you. This is like a top shelf one. Okay, they're not going to let you know that Motel 6 has a fucking broom closet available for $3 for the night. Now, you need another app for that. You know, that same app, you can probably get a bag of meth to go into that fucking hotel. Hip, solid, basic, luxury. Get the room you're looking for in the right place at the right price in the 11th hour. But it's not just for last-minute bookings. It's perfect for planners as well as procrastinators. I just realized I'm going to the Michigan. I think I'm going to go to Michigan, Wisconsin at the Big House this year. I need some hotel rooms. Browse your desired area with map view searching and get inspired to travel. Perfect for spontaneous weekends, 3-day getaways, staycations, the greatest vacation you'll ever take, road trips, business trips, booking a hotel so you can use the pool, etc. Download the Hotel Tonight app toy at... Oh, they kind of ran out of the copy here. Where do I download it? It doesn't say... It says download the Hotel Tonight app toy at TOY at, and with promo code BURR, BURR, you can get $25 off your first eligible booking. Hotel Tonight promo code BURR. All right, that's what it is. Hotel Tonight promo code BURR. Hey, Hotel Tonight promo code BURR. Staycation's the best, but this is what you do. You don't tell anybody you know that you're staying home. You tell everybody you're going overseas and that your phone isn't going to work. Then you unplug your home phone and you stay at home, you stare at the wall, put on a bathing suit, and you fucking drink a bottle of booze. Okay? That's living. All right. Oh, look who's back. Old Zip Recruiter. Hiring used to be hard, man. Multiple job sites, stacks of resumes, a confusing review process. But today, hiring can be easy. And you only have to go to one place to get it done. Oh, zip.com/Burr. ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards. But they don't stop there. With their powerful matching technology, Zip scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. As the applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you can never miss a great match. Zip is so effective that 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through their site within the first day. With results like that, it's no wonder ZipRecruiter is the highest rated hiring site in America. And right now, my listeners can try Zip for free at the exclusive web address ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. One more time, Zip. .com/Burr. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Oh, look who's here. MeUndies. MeUndies, look at your fucking dick. MeUndies. It's hanging down nice and quick. Wouldn't it be nice if you had some more balls, get some testosterone, and fuck at the mall? Ageless male and some colorful underwear. And then you're fucking back in the game as a World War II veteran. You've definitely heard me talk about MeUndies. You know, the fun, comfy undies that feel as good as they look. To those of you who haven't tried them yet, listen up. You can get incredible underwear sent to your door with MeUndies. meaning no more hunting around for the perfect pair at a crowded store and eventually settling for good enough. MeUndies are made with a sustainably sourced material from beechwood trees. This underwear is made out of wood, evidently, and somehow it's still nice against your balls. Their naturally soft fiber makes a fabric that won't sag down or ride up unless your balls hang low, okay? You can't blame the underwear. That's your junk. Trust me, once you put on a pair, you'll get it. Feel free to improvise here about what you love about MeUndies. Oh, I love the colorful way my nuts glow when I walk across the room with a pair of MeUndies. And if you're already part of the MeUndies family, tell your friends about it through their referral program. They'll get you a discount and you'll get a store credit. It's a win-win. Still not sure? Well, MeUndies has a deal for my listeners. First-time purchasers can get 15% off their first pair of MeUndies and free shipping. That's 15% off plus free shipping and a guarantee that you and your MeUndies will be happy together. I can't see me jerking off in other underwear except this MeUndies. Get your butt over to MeUndies.com and treat yourself. To get 15% off your first pair, free shipping and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Burr. That's MeUndies.com/Burr. Jesus Christ, there's still two more? Let's give you guys a break for me reading out loud. And we'll go to our first question here. Okay, Eastern European Tour. Good afternoon. On the July 9th, 2018 podcast, and around 28 and a half minutes in, Bill briefly mentions an Eastern European tour. I was trying to locate specifics on this and wasn't able to do so. Do you have any information on this, or is it just a pipe dream at this stage? Thanks. No, it's a real fucking tour. Let's see here. I don't want to name cities, all right, because I don't want to get people all, thinking that I'm coming and then I don't. Let me just see what I can do here. Let me find a fucking email. Why doesn't anything with technology work for me? Why can't I get up to the fucking search bar here? There we go. Okay, looking for Eastern European Tour. Burr, European Tour. Oh, no, that's the other thing. Come on, man. This was supposed to be easy, man. All right, Dollar Shave Club, press itinerary. No subject. Is it this one? Okay. These are the ones we were thinking about doing. Okay? I'm not going to say them because I don't want you guys to get all fucking excited and then I don't go. All right? One of them rhymes. Oh, this is a hard one to rhyme. With Ludapest. Another one rhymes with Rog. Another one rhymes with Sienna, Warsaw, und Berlin. Maybe I'm going to do Germany, maybe Cologne, Slovenia, Brussels. And I think we're going to add some more to that. I mean, it's maybe going to it's going to be in those areas, okay? Because here's the deal, dude. If I get close to your fucking country, just jump on a fucking train and go over. Want your papers, please? I mean, how fucking far am I supposed to travel, you cunts? We'll see. We'll work it out. But, I mean, I want to do more dates than that. So, we'll see. And this guy, interestingly enough, says Poland wants you. Dear Bill, my husband and I have been fans for many years. We love the podcast and, of course, your specials and all the hilarious and creative content that All Things Comedy is putting out. Great stuff. Look at this. All Things Comedy, appealing to people around the world. That's why we're crazy excited about your upcoming Eastern European tour. We live in Europe, Germany and Poland, and think you should consider Warsaw, Poland, as one of your stops. There's a pretty lively English language stand-up comedy scene here. I love it. Check out Worldwide Comedy, Facebook.com/Worldwide Comedy, and Twitter.com/ whatever the fuck that is, something about Warsaw, for some information. The food, beer, and vodka are great. Oh, you had me at beer and vodka. you'll see the scars of World War II and Soviet occupation all over the place. For example, on the city streets and highways. Driving can be a serious hazard. A Driving with Bill Special Edition episode would be really funny. I could possibly do that. For some reason, they wrote WRO, like Wrocław is a great university. I thought they spelled Warsaw wrong. Wrocław is a great university city with an awesome history, which we know interests you. It used to be called Breslau, and it was one of the Nazi strongholds at the end of World War II. You can Google Fetsung Breslau or Siege of Breslau for some of the insane backstory. I will definitely be doing that. In fact, the Nazis evacuated the city as the Allies were approaching. They evacuated the citizens to Dresden, Germany, where they were mostly all killed in Allied firebombing. Yeah, in Dresden, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, whoever lost World War II was going to be tried for war crimes. There was all kinds of evil done in that. Also, this is one of the cities where the Solidarity movement started in 1980, which contributed to the collapse of communism. Oh, I remember that guy, the guy with the big mustache. He got you guys all mobilized over there. I forget the guy's name. Plus, there are like 400 dwarf statues hidden all around the city. Weird, but cool. Anyways, we hope you'll consider adding Poland to your Eastern European tour. We wish you the best. Thanks for the great content you and the ATC network are putting out. We love it. P.S. Your name in Polish would be either Wilhik or Wilusz. Ah, fuck. I can, with just by those names alone, I can hear the fucking weight that I'm going to fucking be putting on when I go over there. I can't wait to do it. I've never been there. You know, I'm going to talk to my agent again on Monday about this shit. I mean, I might as well do as many as I can. When the fuck am I ever going to be back? All right. And, so here's the deal. I'm going to go over there, and all I need is you cunts better show up. All right? Because I don't want to be over there eating some fucking bratwurst in fucking Poland in front of 3 goddamn people. Going, we were the ones that sent the emails. Nobody else gave a fuck. I was actually going to order a movie in the hotel room here, and for whatever fucking reason, they want $24.99. Is that because nobody's going to the movies anymore, so they're trying to make back the fucking budget of the movie? I actually worked on a movie this week, written by and directed by the one and only Steve Burr. He got me a couple days on his movie. And old Freckles went down there, and I played a cunt. So it wasn't much of a stretch. I wasn't really acting. I just sort of did what the fuck I normally do. Anyways, you know what the great thing about not drinking is? Aside waking up fresh as a goddamn daisy, I mean, my freckles glow when I wake up when I'm not drinking, is I got on the plane and I landed and I went down and I worked out and then took a fucking steam. And I'm knocking out my podcast here. I would not have done this. Granted, I don't have any crazy stories about going into bars and shit, which kind of feeds the podcast. You know, but at some point, I just have to make a decision here. You know, am I going to wake up sober with a less funny podcast? Or am I going to keep boozing and continue to crush the podcast game? No, I'm kidding. I actually have no idea where my podcast is in the overall. I know these fucking people that do podcasts. Like, I'm the number one fucking... Like, everybody's fucking number one. Everybody has 1 million fucking downloads. I want to get it. How can everybody be number one? Everybody's in the fucking top 10.
Dude, I had this guy on as a guest, and it put me in the top 10 on fucking iTunes.
Anyways, what the fuck was I just looking up? I want to look up that shit about the fucking Nazis. Dude, World War II, the fucking crimes against the shit that you read, like this shit that American troops. I read this fucking thing, and this guy shot this Japanese soldier, and like the guy couldn't like fucking move. I don't know if he's like paralyzed, and he had gold teeth, and the dude was still alive, and the fucking guy took a knife out, was digging the gold teeth out of the guy's mouth while he was alive, and the dude was screaming in agony. And another American soldier went up and just shot the guy. Like, Jesus Christ, put him out of his fucking misery. Crazy. You know what I mean? But everybody makes movies, and everybody on one side is fucking evil, and everybody else, dude, you can't be involved in that shit. With people go fucking nuts, you know. Especially all it is just I would think that once, like, look how mad I got at that fucking old lady who gave me the flare chop. Now imagine if I was man enough to join the armed services, right? Armed forces, whatever the fuck you call them. And I'm out there on patrol, and I see one of my friends get killed. Like, what kind of fucking mood are you going to be in after that? You know? It's fucking insane. And I swear to God, the more I watch the Discovery Channel and the more I watch chimpanzees' behavior, I swear to God, just watch those fuckers. Watch what the fuck they do to each other. Watch what they do to other monkeys and shit. I'm telling you. That's what we are. Whenever I watch shit on TV, I've been saying this for years. I always think of this fucking documentary that I watched on these chimpanzees, and like 10 of them ganged up on this other chimp. They fucking fucked this thing up, did horrible things, agonizing things to this monkey, killed it. Then afterwards, they were all fucking amped up, and it was like they were all talking shit about what they did in the fight. So whenever I watch shit on TV and I see, like, you know, Trump talking this shit, or that fat fuck over there in Korea running his fucking... I swear to God, he looks like a giant piece of fucking... You ever eat Toro sushi? It's like from the softest part of the tuna. Like melts in your mouth. Like, God help that guy if he's ever in a plane crash that lands in a snowy mountain and they got to start eating people. Because that guy is going to be a prime cut. He's all fucking marbled. You know, he's the boss's son. He's never done shit. You know? Isn't it funny that he walks around in that army outfit and he's like fat? You know? It's like when you go to those fat people that always wear workout clothes. That old joke. Anyways, here we go. Let's read another one here. Africa. Hey, Billy Frecklefuck. Longtime fan, love your work, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I know you're planning on touring Eastern Europe next year. We got another one. But how about a tour of South Africa at some point? If you and the lovely Nia ever manage to make your way to this side of the world, please don't hesitate to contact. Also, always want to know if you are friends with Bryan Cranston or not due to your time together on Breaking Bad. Thanks so much, and go fuck yourself. P.S. When are you going to be on Conan again? A lot of questions. All right, let's start with Africa. I would love to go over there. And I can tell you this right now. There's no way I would go on one of those fucking safaris in that open car as those lions walk up looking at you. I know that they say that, like, those lions, like, they look at the car and the person all is like one giant thing. So that's why they don't jump up and just yank somebody off the truck. Well, one of these days, one of those lions is going to figure it out, and they're going to yank somebody off the truck, and it ain't going to be fucking me. I can tell you that right now. Did you ever see that fucking video of that poor woman? This Asian family. She was driving through the safari. She didn't want to drive, and she got out and walked around the car. And I'm telling you, man, this tiger comes into frame and grabs her and yanks. Like, I couldn't yank like a dish rag out of frame faster than this thing took this 115-pound woman out of the frame. And then, like, her son or something didn't know what to do, and this fucking hero ran over there. And then he ended up getting killed, and his mom got, like, mauled or something. It was fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. So I know you're probably laughing going, Bill, you know, we have cities over here. It's not just a bunch of lions and tigers fucking walking around. I know, but I'm just saying. The touristy thing to go over there, your zoo is the jungle. Unless I'm crazy. I don't know. Anyways, what was the other thing? I always want to know if you are friends with Bryan Cranston. I'm friendly with him. The few times I've run into him. Have I run into him since Breaking Bad? I don't think I have. During Breaking Bad, I ran into him at a party with a mutual friend. Yeah. And I don't ever remember us coming to blows. So I would say that we are very friendly. But we don't hang, if that's what your question is. When am I going to be on Conan again? I don't know. Hopefully soon. I fucking love Conan. I love South Africa, and I love Bryan Cranston. I mean, you went 3 for 3 here. All right, the crazies. The crazies. Hey, Bill. The crazy little thing about you getting called a Republican douche is that I see just as many people on Reddit and Twitter accusing you of being a liberal softy. Yes, and all of that is just more evidence of what a cunt I am. All right? When I'm in L.A., I make fun of Hillary. When I'm in a red state, I make fun of Trump. You know? I don't understand being in front of a group of people and just saying what they already think. Like, where is the fun in that? Say the opposite of what they think and make them mad and see if you can get them to stay. Right? Anyways, it seems like people just attack and focus on only one thing they care about. As you always say, love you, congrats on Royal Albert Hall. It's my dream to play trumpet there. Thanks and go fuck yourself. Well, I hope that dream comes true. Yeah, I've been accused of... It all depends on what the argument is. Yeah, I think... I've been called a red-pilled eating Republican. I've been called a libertard, snowflake, cuckold, all of that shit. And I've been called a centrist. I love this centrist one. Like, isn't that the smart one? Where you're kind of in the middle, you lean a little bit. I lean left. I think I do anyways. It all depends on who the fuck I'm talking to. Depends on how far left you are. Or how far right you are. You probably think I lean way left. I don't know. But centrist is somebody like, I don't know. I can be swayed. You know, you present a good fucking argument. You know, take a guy like Ted Nugent. I don't agree with a lot of the shit that guy says, but he does say shit on occasion. I'm like, that I agree with. I just don't write people off 100%, you know? And I also don't think that I have all the fucking answers. So if that makes me, I don't know what the fuck that makes me. He's a centrist. Do you realize how fucking douchey that is, that adults literally have to, like, come up with and label everything? What that really means is you don't think the way I think, and I can't fucking handle it, so I'm going to come up with a word that is going to have some sort of negative connotation. And I think you're so weak as a person that it will affect... I don't give a fuck what... I really don't give a shit. You're a centrist. Am I? Okay. All right. You're a liberal snowflake. Yeah, okay. All right. You're a Trump supporter. Okay, fine. Fine. There you go. Now go yell about that to somebody at work. Anyways, documentary about origin of soccer. Oh, by the way, I learned more about that World Cup trophy. Somebody sent me this thing on Twitter. Okay, so there's one World Cup trophy, and you're not allowed to have it because it's worth like $20 million. So if you win it, they actually give you a replica of it. This is what this person was trying to tell me. I don't know if any of this is true. And then somebody else told me that if you win like 3 of them, you actually get to keep the fucking thing. And Brazil has one, and then they had to make another one. Now, rather than just telling you guys shit that I've heard, I could actually look up World Cup trophy, which I can't believe how small it is. It's ridiculous. World Cup trophy history. Here we go. All right. And I'm going to click on... Let me do what everybody does. When you search something on the fucking internet, is you just take the first... What the fuck is this thing? Where the hell did this just take me? Have you noticed now, like, it just gives you one option? You know they're paying. People are paying for that. Look at this. It keeps taking me to the same fucking site. World Cup Trophy History. Search Google. Come on. Keeps taking me to this fucking website. I'm not going to name the name of it. Look at that. It just fucking kicked me off, you fucking cunts. How much did they pay? I can only go to you? World Cup Trophy and a triple trophy history. Search Google. There we go. All right. That was a fucking glitch or something. The World Cup is a gold trophy. Oh, it's actually made out of gold. Ours is fake shit. No wonder ours is so big. I think the Stanley Cup is made out of fucking aluminum. Stainless steel, maybe. Is a gold trophy that is awarded to the winners of the FIFA World Cup Associated. Since the advent of the World Cup in 1930, 2 trophies have been used. The Jules Rimet Trophy from 1930 to 1970, and the FIFA World Cup Trophy from 1974 to present day. The first trophy, originally named Victory, but later renamed in honor of FIFA President Jules Rimet, or is that Jules Rimet? I have no idea. Was made of gold-plated sterling silver and lapis lazuli, whatever the fuck that is, as depicted Nike, the Greek goddess of victory. Oh, is that what the sneaker company has? I didn't know that. Wait, let's do a quick little aside here. In ancient Greek mythology, Nike was a goddess who personified victory. Her Roman equivalent was Victoria. She was variously described as the daughter of the Titan Apollon, the gods, sister. Oh, who knew? I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. Look at that. Learning something. Even Bill can learn something. Anyways, Brazil won the trophy outright in 1970, prompting the commissioning of the replacement. Well, how did they win it outright? They just won it so many times, like, let's give it to these fuckers. We're sick of carting it across the world. The original Jules Rimet Trophy was stolen in 1983 and never recovered. What? There's only one that's a drug lord. Fucking Pablo Escobar had that or something. The subsequent trophy, called the FIFA World Cup Trophy, was introduced in 1974, made of 18-karat gold with a something base to stand. Okay, now wait a second. World Cup trophy stolen. Or maybe it wasn't so fucking small. They couldn't have stuck it under their shirt. The theft of the Jules Rimet Trophy. It was stolen in 1966, prior to the 1966 World Cup. The trophy was later recovered. One man, I thought they said they didn't get it. One man, Steve Crook of Bristol, was convicted for being involved, but other possible culprits are still unknown. You can't tell me that guy's not a fucking legend. Trophy placed in. How come that hasn't been made into a movie, some sort of fucking comedy? What was he, some jerk-off from a sports bar? The Football Associated received the theft. On the March 20th, Sunday, March 20th, when the guards began a noon circuit around 12:20, they noticed that someone had forced open the display case and the rear doors of the building and stolen the trophy. The wooden bar that held the door closed was lying on the floor. That's all they had to stop them? Thieves removed the screws and the bolts that held the other side of the door. They went to Home Depot and bought some screwdrivers and stole the biggest sports trophy in the fucking world. What a simple time. They had removed the padlock from the back of the display case, taken the trophy, and left the way they came. None of the guards had seen or heard anything suspicious, though one of them reported that he had seen a strange man by the public telephone when he had visited the lavatory on the first floor. Jesus, those guys were fucking off, huh? Scotland Yard took control of the case and gave it to the Flying Squad. The Flying Squad? What the fuck is that? It sounds like a musical. The Flying Squad, also known as the Robbery Squad, is a branch of this The Serious and Organized Crime Command. Did an 8-year-old name all this shit? With London's Metropolitan Police. Raw, is this serious? It's not the frivolous crime command. This is the serious and organized crime. Squad's purpose is to investigate commercial armed and unarmed robberies along with the prevention and investigation. Who gives a fuck? Sounds like they have uniforms. Oh, then somebody actually, they ransomed the fucking thing? On March 21st, Joe Mears, the chairman of the Football Association, received an anonymous phone call. The unknown man said that Mears would receive a parcel at Chelsea Football Club the next day. The parcel was delivered to Mears' home. It contained the removable lining from the top of the trophy and a ransom note that demanded 15,000 pounds in $1 and £5 notes. The letter stated that the FA should place a coded ad. Blah, 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 blah. Despite the warnings, the Mears contacted the police. Detective Charles Buggy of the Flying Squad and gave the trophy lining in the letter to him. Police told Mears to place an ad and contacted a bank, created a false ransom payment out of bundles of ordinary paper with real money only at the top and the bottom, which were placed in a suitcase. 2 police officers were to act as Mears' assistants in handing over the money and went home to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Mears was suffering from an asthma attack, so his wife answered instead and gave the phone to assistant McPhee. Oh, McPhee. Jackson was nervous but finally agreed to arrange a switch and told McPhee to come to... Oh, you fucking moron. And then he got caught. Isn't that something? You see that? You learn something every goddamn day, don't you? What a fucking dope. You should have just kept the goddamn thing. Then you can't. What are you going to show your friends? They're going to fucking open their mouths trying to get laid. All right. Anyways, documentary about the origin of soccer. Hey, Bill, you were talking about the origin of soccer last podcast, and I wanted to give you a recommendation to watch Wild in the Streets. It's the origin of all football, including rugby, soccer, and your football. It is literally a type of rugby played by an entire town, north versus south. The entire city is the field they play on. Well worth a watch, especially for sports fan. I found it on Amazon /Fire TV. Have a good day. All right, I'll try to check that out. Lastly but not leastly, classic movies. Dear Billy Dollars, after you talked about Le Mans last month, I decided to watch the movie. I really loved it. I never knew I needed to drive through Europe till I saw that movie. I'm 22, and the first thing I noticed was how differently it was paced compared to the schizophrenic stuff I grew up with. It was very calming in a way. I was wondering if you could recommend any good movies from that era. I'm going to keep watching McQueen movies, but I was hoping you could give more titles from the era so I don't burn out all of his at once. You can't go wrong with Steve McQueen. You can't go wrong with Paul Newman. Obviously, Paul Newman, I would watch The Hustler. I liked HUD. What else? Cool Hand Luke. Steve McQueen, you got to go, and Yul Brynner, you got to go Magnificent Seven. Cincinnati Kid, Bullet. And for those of you, before you go see the Rock movie, go watch The Towering Inferno. If you watch The Towering Inferno and then you watch Die Hard, I think you'll see those two are combined when they sold that movie. The new Rock movie, I feel like it's those two movies combined. Wow, I haven't thought about movies in a minute. What else did I like from back then? I liked all the Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns. Loved Charles Bronson. Anything with Lee Marvin in it. The Dirty Dozen. Bridge on the River Kwai. Kelly's Heroes. The Great Escape. Speaking of which, do you know, when I did Steve Burns' movie, the character that I'm playing at one point is putting golf balls in his office, and somebody connected with the movie was friends with the James Garner estate. Speaking of The Great Escape, and the putter I used was James Garner's old putter, and it was fucking unbelievable because I always watch MeTV, and The Rockford Files is one of my favorite shows of all time, and I love it even more than I did when I was a kid because I never understood, like, I think loser's too harsh a word, but like how much this guy was struggling in life. He lived on a trailer on the beach. He had the Firebird. He didn't have the money for the Trans Am. And he couldn't sustain a relationship. I mean, the guy was a mess. He didn't like to fight. I mean, he was just fucking funny as hell. It's another one that I love. But right now I'm just burning through that 77 Sunset Strip with Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. I just can't get enough of that show. And it's that classic shit where anytime a woman comes on screen, they play that fucking saxophone music, man. It's just fucking hilarious. Ephraim's smoking in like every other scene. And in his drink is, he likes an old-fashioned rye. And, like back then when they were building a character, like they had to have their drink and they had to have a car. And Ephraim Zimbalist's character in 77 Sunset Strip is, he favors a Ford Thunderbird convertible. And I've only seen season 6. So I think that was a 1963 or a 64 Thunderbird convertible. But I went online and I watched the intro to all the different seasons, and he seems to have late 50s ones, because it ran from like 57 to 63. It was like 6 seasons or something like that. So it'd be cool if I'm watching it and he gets a new Thunderbird every year convertible. And once again, the restaurant, his office that he's coming out of is Dean Martin's Dino's, that old restaurant that he had, and which was on La Cienega. It was on Sunset Boulevard at the corner of La Cienega on the southwest side of the street. Pretty fucking badass. Anyways, I'm an old man, and I got 2 shows to do here. Thank you to everybody that came out to Portland last night. I had such great shows, and thank you to everybody who's coming out to my shows tonight in Seattle. This is one of my favorite cities, and I think the next time I come here, I'm going to try to do like what I did in San Francisco. I'm going to play a smaller venue and just be here for a week, and I'm going to bring my wife and kid up here because the lovely Nia always wanted to go to Seattle, and I've never brought her up here, and I don't know. It's a shame because it's so fucking close, and it just never seems to work out with their schedule. So I think next time I might do one of my favorite theaters in the country, which is the Moore Theater. Which, for you rock fans, that's where Alice in Chains shot that black and white concert film. That's where Pearl Jam shot that video, where Eddie Vedder climbed up the side and dropped down into the crowd. Right? Remember that song? All right, that's it. Go fuck yourselves. Congratulations to France winning the World Cup. Congratulations to Croatia. England, Belgium, all you guys that got down to the Final Four. It's fucking incredible. It was an incredible thing to watch, and I hope to go the next time there's a World Cup. I'll check in on you on Thursday. See you.